Salutations, esteemed audience members. They have been the center of an eternal love tale in Hollywood for many years. Lively, fervent, and defiant. They have inspired millions with their love, which is based on profound affection, witty banter, and constant support. Of course, I'm referring to the vivacious Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. Their incredible energy has been contagious as we've watched them flourish, have a lovely family, and mature. The customary twinkle in their eyes has been eclipsed by an abrupt horrific encounter, and tears have replaced laughing today. Some shocking news has broken, shocking their loyal fan base and leaving many people, including Kelly, very disturbed. What happened recently wasn't a passing worry. Mark had a terrifying health scare all of a sudden, something that terrified Kelly and kept us all on the edge of our seats. How did it really work out? Tell me how bad it was. And what startling and important lessons may we all take away from this tragic turn of events? Hold on tight because this tale, much like life, is brimming with curveballs and unwavering strength. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos are worth considering at this time. How about this one? They embody the perfect couple for a lot of us, complete with passionate commitment, unfaltering loyalty, and an obvious, tangible spark that has only intensified over the years. Their romance started on All My Children and has endured 27 years of marriage despite the Hollywood pressures and obstacles. We have witnessed their sweet moments, fun teasing, and intense protection of their children on Live with Kelly and Mark. From juggling busy occupations to having 3 successful children, they had always been a strong team, and their enthusiasm for life was contagious. Their stories gave us hope for happy endings, the significance of genuine connections, and the possibility of discovering someone who understands you. Their combined magnetic energy illuminated the world and inspired countless others. They set the bar high for what it means to have a healthy, passionate relationship. However, as we are about to find, the unexpected fragility of life may put even the strongest and most seemingly indestructible relationships to the test. The events that ensued served as a harsh and humbling reminder of that reality. The news then came crashing down like a hurricane. Mark Consuelos had an abrupt, horrifying health scare that caused panic among people much beyond his immediate family. It wasn't a long build-up or a progressive worry. Despite the initial lack of coherence, the information seemed to indicate a sudden medical emergency, which was both unexpected and quite concerning. You can almost feel the shock and astonishment on social media as word spreads about this. The experience seemed surreal, perhaps impossible. Always in such great shape, so full of life and energy, Mark. Why was he up against such an overwhelming obstacle? Anxieties over a man who had become a reassuring and enjoyable part of our lives, along with Kelly, quickly replaced the initial shock. Naturally, concerns surfaced. Tell me what transpired. At what point did things become really bad? And what could his loving wife Kelly have been going through in that awful moment? The overwhelming show of support and the touching words from friends, coworkers, and fans proved how much everyone loved this special pair. But even with all this public outcry, Kelly was the one who delivered the most heartbreaking news. A terrifying incident that exposed her innermost anxieties. What follows is the tragic meat of today's tale. The second Kelly Ripa, who is normally so composed and full of life, let her worst anxieties show in public. It wasn't staged for the sake of TV. It conveyed true, unfiltered feeling. Kelly, whose voice quivered with emotion as she recounted Mark's unexpected health emergency, was our target when we sought her out. Even though she didn't say much, her words captured the unfathomable anxiety of seeing a loved one in the midst of a medical emergency. She described the powerlessness she felt as her world briefly crumbled. This was more than simply a famous person sobbing before millions of spectators. It was a touching display of common humanity that everyone could relate to. It was that deep agony that many of you who have experienced such horrible things with your own families or spouses could relate to. It served as a sobering reminder that Kelly is, at her core, a wife, despite her glitz and charm. Her husband's frailty became her own at that same moment. Tears shed in public did not indicate fragility on her part. They proved how much she loved him, how close they were, and how terrified she was of losing the one who made her whole. The expression of real emotions conveyed. Few celebrity couples have managed to win over the public's heart like Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. Both on and off screen, the couple's irrefutable chemistry and amusing interaction have made them fans' favorites for a long time. On the other hand, Kelly Ripa recently broke down in tears as her husband Mark Consuelos dealt with an unforeseen health scare, which has caused their fans great concern. The touching scene took place during a live taping of the long-running morning chat show Live with Kelly and Mark. Even though the pair usually makes jokes and small talk with their visitors, the atmosphere was much more solemn than usual. Something considerably more serious than your average celebrity blunder was taking place behind the scenes as Kelly, who is typically known for her buoyant and vivacious personality, became noticeably disturbed. An unexpected health concern. Mark, 52, had a frightening and unexpected medical episode earlier that week, which led to the health scare in question. Although details about his illness are still sketchy, those close to the couple have confirmed that Mark's health took a sudden and unexpected turn, necessitating emergency medical attention. It was obvious that Mark's health issue was serious, notwithstanding his resiliency and good public image. Kelly broke her guard on the show, saying that she was having a hard time keeping it together due to her husband's condition and the immense worry about him. "I've had a rough few days, and I honestly doubted I would even be able to attend the show today," Kelly revealed, her voice quivering with emotion. "Mark means the world to me, and news like this hits you like a ton of bricks. However, the help and concern he has gotten are greatly appreciated." It was evident that this health concern had a profound impact on Kelly, who had been by Mark's side during the entire ordeal, as she explained. This event seemed different, though, because the couple's deep and unbreakable love has been tested numerous times throughout the course of their 25-year marriage. People who saw the show were moved and concerned about Mark's situation because of the obvious vulnerability and the honest emotions displayed by Kelly while she spoke. Family assistance and its critical role. Kelly thanked her fans, family, and friends for the overwhelming support in her heartfelt statement. During his recuperation, she emphasized the importance of family and how Mark's children, including 2 from a previous marriage and their own children together, have all come together to support him. "Mark is currently enveloped in an overwhelming amount of love," Kelly expressed while sobbing. "What amazing children we have. Our family has always been quite tight, but an experience like this makes you appreciate every moment spent with loved ones even more. We're focusing on each day individually." Kelly and Mark are well known to their fans for more than just being co-hosts. They are also parents and business partners. The public's perception of them revolves around the shared ideals of family and their love for their children. Consequently, the news of Kelly's husband's illness hit close to home for the many followers who have witnessed the couple's personal and professional growth as a unit. A personal health concern that hits nearby. Although it's tempting to think that fans won't care about celebrities' health problems, the truth is that everyone, no matter how famous or wealthy, encounters difficulties that can make them question their entire existence. All families are susceptible during times of medical emergencies, and this specific health concern has highlighted that fact. It wasn't just another time for Kelly to keep going with her hectic job. It was a genuine test of her strength, and the love she and Mark have received has been overwhelming because of her vulnerability in sharing it with the public. Those who watched Live with Kelly and Mark immediately took to social media to express their approval. Many people sent healing and loving wishes to Mark, hoping he would get well soon. The strength Kelly demonstrated in attending to the concert with the same vigor she normally does while dealing with such a personal issue was also immediately noticed by fans. Mark's journey to healing. Although there is a lot of secrecy around Mark's health, Kelly did give some reassuring updates on the show, assuring the audience he's in good hands. She did so. "He is currently resting, and we are proceeding at a leisurely pace. He's resilient and has overcome several obstacles in his life. We will simply add this to the many chapters of our adventure." Kelly and their family are clearly rallying around Mark during this difficult time, even though he has not yet made a public comment about his condition. As Mark concentrates on his recovery, the Consuelos family and their fans continue to send prayers, good thoughts, and support. An interdependent path. The most famous people in the world still have human frailties and concerns, and this health scare is just another reminder of that. This recent poignant event has reminded everyone of the importance of cherishing family, health, and each other. Even though Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have spent years in the public glare, their dynamic collaboration and skill in juggling work, family, and personal life have long been recognized. Nonetheless, they have become closer as a result of this health issue, and their supporters are coming out in droves to back them. The strength of love, perseverance, and the unseen connection that keeps families united throughout difficult times are beautifully demonstrated here. As Mark is working on his rehabilitation, Kelly's heartfelt words encourage us to always be there for those we love, no matter what comes your way. Fans will never forget this vulnerable and powerful moment because it demonstrated the transformative power of family and friends in times of adversity.